All right. You guys ready? Like, are you really ready? Like, are you fired up? Are you ready to go diamond? That's what this training is all about today. Once again, I want to encourage everybody to grab a pen and paper, find a quiet spot over the next 45, 50 minutes. I'm going to be talking quick today, and I am going to pull up the notes and kind of go through some things with you, some numbers with you that are going to be very important. I want to start with a story that I'm fond of. It's about a kid who walked into a candy store with his dad. And he was just bedazzled by all of the different candies, all of the treats that this store offered. And he turned to his dad and he says, "What should I choose? What should I choose? What should I choose?" And the dad says, "Come on, son, we don't have all day." And he says, "Well, these are my favorites." Wait a second. No. These are my favorites over here. And he walked along the aisles and he picked up bags and he kept putting them back and he just didn't know what to do. He couldn't make up his mind. The dad says, "Listen, quick, son, make your mind. We have to go." His dad's getting more and more impatient. Frantically, the boy ran around the store, his eyes moving from one shelf to another. But all of the options, they looked so good and he couldn't make a decision. And eventually, the dad had enough. Right? He's just like, you know what? He grabbed his son by the hand and they walked out of the store empty-handed. The young boy, he had tears just coming down his face. He wanted them all. He wanted it all, but he ended up with nothing because he couldn't choose just one. And what I want you guys to understand is we're all that little boy or that little girl. The world, right? The world is that candy store. We've got so many different options available to us, but if we don't make a decision about our career path, about what we're going to do here at World Global, even about our relationships, even about our investments, sometimes church or other important issues, you know what happens? We end up empty-handed. We end up empty-handed. And we end up, what if, here's the thing. We get so worried about, what if we make the wrong choice, or if we do it wrong, if we start, we don't want to contact anybody because we might say the wrong thing, right? Well, here's the thing. What if we regret not taking any action at all? See, to me, it might be fearful to reach out to friends or family members for the first time if you've never done it before, but what's more fearful to me? Not taking any action at all. It terrifies me to think about 1 to 2 years down the road from right now, that if I don't take action on this opportunity, it terrifies me that I'll be in the exact same position, that my circumstances won't change, that I won't be able to realize my true potential. That's what I'm terrified of. You see, what I have found is that every successful person that I know, every single mentor that I've had, they've had this turning point in their life. There was this turning point where they made a very clear, specific, unequivocal decision that they were not going to live like this anymore. And here's the thing. Some people, they make that decision at 15 years old. Some people make that decision when they're 30 years old. Some people make it when they're 50 years old. And here's the sad part. Some people, they never make that decision at all. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going all in on August 8th. August 8th is going to kick off a 2-week cycle for this team, for this company. And what I can tell you is that this is going to be the biggest run that this team has ever experienced before. This is going to be the biggest run that this company has ever experienced before. And if you look, for those of you, some of you that have been with us for a while, I want you to look back and just see and think about what we've accomplished together in such a short period of time. It takes a certain kind of leader to be a pioneer, right? You think about all of the things that we've been through, even some of the challenges that we've overcome in the last 6 months. I always say that it's the pioneers that they write about in the history books. Folks, what you have to understand is that we are disrupting the industry. I'm getting some text messages that some people can't get on, that we're at maximum capacity. So, you know what, guys? am going to have to get the recording out. I don't know how to get more people onto this right now in the middle of the training. So we're using my line and not Diamond Network's line, and it looks like the capacity is at 100. So maybe have them try and call in if you can, and if not, then we'll certainly make this recording available. So it pays off to be early, right? So for those of you that are not on and you're just getting this recording, sorry we couldn't get you here, but we'll make sure to get this information in front of you. So listen, again, we've been through so much, and I just want you to know that everything that we have been working on, all of the calls, the webinars have really led us up to this moment. August 8th, we are going to break records together as a team. It's time to go to an entirely different level. It's time for all of the challenges, all of the people that didn't understand the shipping problems that we had, or, sometimes the customer service issues that we've experienced. It's time for all of that to pay off. We want to help you take your business to the next level during this run. This is an opportunity for you to go higher than you have ever gone before in this business, in this industry. It's time for all of us on this call to completely step up. So if you're in with me, if you're truly in, I want you to say all in. I want to see it in the chat box. I want you to open up your chat box. And if you're picking up what I'm putting down, then I want to know that you're feeling this, okay? So let's talk about some strategies to go diamond. I'm going to share with you today exactly how to go diamond on August 8th. I'm going to go through the numbers with you. But before I go into that, you're obviously here because you want to go diamond. There may be some of you that it might not be time yet for you. You may be just looking to go team developer. You may be looking to go team builder. You may be looking to go gold or platinum. And I want you to know that that's okay. This call specifically today is about going diamond, but here's the thing about having goals is sometimes when you shoot for the moon and you miss, you end up hitting the stars, right? Some of you guys know my story. We started off here with the goal of sponsoring 50 people in 50 days and 100 people in 100 days. Well, we hit that first goal. 44 days, we hit 50 people. But in 100 days, we were only at 86 people. Today, we're over 107. So you know what? I wasn't disappointed that I didn't hit that goal of 100 in 100 days. You know what? I was pretty pleased with the results that I received, but it didn't mean that I gave up on my goal. I just kept going. And what I want you to know is even if you are shooting for team developer or team builder or team executive, what I want you to understand is that all of you can play a role in what is about to happen with this company. So I want to start by asking every one of you this question. I really want you to answer this question to yourself. Are you ready to make August 8th your diamond run? Like, are you truly ready? And for those of you that are diamonds already, are you truly ready to go double diamond? Are you ready to go grand diamond? Are you ready to go presidential? This isn't just a simple, automated response. Yes, yes, yes. No, I'm talking about are you truly ready to make that commitment? Are you willing? And here's how you know if you're really ready. Are you willing to do whatever it takes to make it happen? Let's talk about what it would mean to you and your family. What it would mean if you were to go diamond. A qualified diamond is going to earn approximately $2,000 per week. Let me show you the numbers. Let me get you a little drawing board here. All right, so I am not an artist by any means, but I'm going to do my best here, okay? So what I want you to understand is a diamond, here's you at the top. A diamond has 10,000 in volume, okay, on their left team, and they have 10,000 in volume on their right team. So in our team commissions, 20% of your lesser leg, 10,000 equals 2,000 in income. I want you guys to think about that for a moment. What would that do for you, right? To go diamond, you're going to have 10,000 points on the left, 10,000 points on the right. So 20% of 10,000 is $2,000. This is the numbers. That's not counting the first order bonuses. That's not counting the check match. That's not counting the $1,000 car bonus that comes once you start qualifying for diamond every single month. What you have to understand is we have hundreds of diamonds in this company. Many of these people are working part-time, earning $2,000 to $3,000 per week. I want to ask you, what would that do for your family? What will it do for your team? What it's going to do, just so you understand, is if you truly make this commitment to go diamond in August, what it's going to do is it's going to raise the bar of belief inside of your organization. It's crazy. When we first broke our first diamond in this team, all of a sudden we started breaking more and more diamonds, right? And now it just continues to go from there. And we now have, 600-700 diamonds that have been broken in this company in the last 7 months, you guys. Think about that for a moment. So what happens is when you make the commitment to go first, what it does is your success starts to duplicate. Now, let me show you what happens when you have 2 to 3 diamonds on the left and 2 to 3 diamonds on the right in your organization. Okay, so if we go duplicate this exact same thing right here, and you get 2 to 3 of these on each organization, what does that mean? It means that you have now gone president. And as a president, you are doing 50,000 points in your pay leg. 50,000 points, guys. I want you to think about that for a moment. So let's just take this up a notch, and you go from 10,000 in volume, and you're now doing 50,000 in volume on each side. And you'd be very surprised at how quickly it takes to get you there. 50,000 in volume is approximately $10,000 per week. $10,000 per week. I want you guys to just imagine that for a moment, right? That's how quickly this can happen. So by going diamond on August 8th and then helping 2 to 3 people duplicate what we talk about here today, you go president. So what you're doing here on August 8th in this cycle is setting yourself up to be president by the convention. Can you imagine what that would feel like to be able to walk across that stage as a qualified president in October? So let's recap here real quickly. So it raises belief, and others duplicate what you do, and you go president by the Las Vegas convention in 90 days. That's what we're talking about. And yes, the $10,000 per month that a qualified diamond earns will probably change your life. I would imagine that if each and every one of you had an extra $10,000 a month coming in right now, that would be life-changing. But if 2 to 3 people on each team duplicate, that's $50,000 per month that you'll be earning. And I would imagine that that would take each of your lives to a different level. One of the reasons why I never miss an event is because whenever I go to an event, I see the stories, people that made the decision, right? They were fed up, they were sick and tired, and they're ready to change their lives. Seville and Rachel Coe at this last event, this is a couple that was earning $3,000 a month, you guys, 7 months ago, and they just had their third consecutive $50,000 per month income. 7 months ago, they were earning $3,000 a month. What did they do? They made a decision, and they started putting in the work. Now, before we talk about the numbers, what I want you to understand is that this team, again, this team, the people that have been plugging into the calls, the trainings, it's your time. The only thing that is going to keep you from hitting your goal is your own belief. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that will keep you from hitting your goals. If you're willing to say that this is my time for my breakthrough, then I want to see it in the chat box. I want to see it right now. This is my time for a breakthrough. I want to know who's really there with me. Now, for those of you that are on this call, again, who have hit diamond, it's your time to go double diamond. It's your time to go grand diamond. It's your time to go president. It's your time to seize this moment. It's time to make the August 8th cycle the biggest of your life. So here we go. Let's go ahead and jump right into the numbers. So let's talk numbers. So first of all, what does it take to go diamond? To go diamond, we have to have a total of 18 family packs on each side of your organization. That's what it takes, right? 18 family packs on the right in one cycle, plus the loyalty points. 18 family packs on your right, 18 family packs on your left, plus the loyalty points will create 10,000 points. Okay, so now let's divide that by 7 days. So if we divide, let's see if I can get this here. It's not going to let me draw on here. All right, so if we divide that, there we go. Divide that by 7 days. And what do we have? We have 2.6 per day, correct? We have 2.6 per day. Your daily run rate is approximately 2 to 3 family packs on the left and 2 to 3 family packs on the right each day. That will put you at diamond. This is in your entire organization. This is the number that you want to be focused on. And in order for that to happen, here's what has to happen. There needs to be opportunities on a daily basis that you are providing your organization. Your organization needs daily opportunities to be able to bring people to a presentation. On a daily basis, there needs to be people showing and the recorded overviews. On a daily basis, there needs to be 3-way calls that are happening. And this can't be a solo effort. This needs to be a unified team effort. Now, I want you to write these steps down. So this is the first step in getting you to where you want to go. So let me clear this out here real quickly. So step number 1, you need to unify the team. You need to unify the team. You need to rally the troops. You need to find out who's with you, who is in throughout the entire team. Not just, I'm not talking about people that you've personally sponsored. You need to let the people in your organization know that you and the team of leaders that you are working with are about to go on a run. And you are about to go make some serious money. You need to let them know that you've made a decision that this next cycle, you're going diamond. You need to let them know. Now, here's the thing. You know, when you reach out to them, you're saying, now, Mary, listen, I'm not calling you to see if you would like to, you know, excuse me, not Mary, I'm reaching out to you to see if you would like to set a goal and make some money with us this next cycle. Because if so, I'm going to be working like I never have before. And I would love to partner up and help you reach your goal. You don't want to set goals for them. You don't want to push them necessarily to go diamond. But again, the key is just to find out who's active, who's with you, right? You're rallying the teams. You want to know who's engaged, who's ready to go make some money with you in this next cycle. When they know that you are making a commitment, when you make that declaration and you put it out there to your team, you're going to find people that want to hitch their wagon to yours. Okay, so one of the questions that I want you to ask them is if they say, yes, you know, I'm interested in running with you, I want you to ask them, how much would you like to make? Ask them, how much would you like to make in this next 2-week cycle? Is it $500? Is it $1,000? Is it $2,000? How much would you like to make? And you know what? Whatever the number is, don't suggest a number for them. Let's say that they say that they'd like to make $2,000 in the next 2 weeks. Ask them this question. What would that do for you right now? How much money would you like to make? What would that do for you right now? Part of our leadership is more than activity. It's about connection, you guys. In today's world, we have a tremendous amount of communication and we have very little connection. Connect to some people in your organization further than you ever have before. Find out their why. Why did they truly join this business? What is their goal for this next cycle? And if you just call people, here's the thing. If you just call people up and you say, hey, we're going on a run, wanted to make sure that you knew about it, that's not going to get you very far, you guys. You know what that is? That's just an announcement. There's a difference between an announcement and truly going out there and influencing someone. There's a big difference, right? John Maxwell says that leadership is one word, right? It's influence, nothing more and nothing less. Our job isn't to announce as network marketing professionals, it's to influence. Ask them to partner with you in this historic moment in this organization. Okay, that's step number 1. Now, step number 2, let's see if I can get this back over here. I've never used this whiteboard before, so bear with me. I don't know why we're going in a little cascading effect here, but that's okay. Step number 2 is you're going to organize a 2-minute blitz. You're going to organize, hang on a second here. Okay. Organize a 2-minute blitz. Okay. So what I do when I'm reaching out to people and I'm finding out if they're active, if they want to run with me over the next 2 weeks, what we're going to do is we are going to go on a texting blitz. As a team, we're going to go on a texting blitz over the next 4 days. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get their number. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, listen, I have a pen and paper out, and I'm writing down the names of everyone on the team who's going to be participating in this texting blitz. How many people between now and Tuesday when we launch, how many people are you willing to talk to? You know, here's the thing, you guys. This is a tracking method for you. This will let you know your numbers. And of course, in network marketing fashion, whatever the number is, whatever the number they give you, if they say, well, listen, I'm willing to text 30 people between now and Tuesday, cut the number in half, right? And here's another tip. Before you ask somebody for their number, tell them yours. Never ask somebody to do something that you're not willing to do yourself. You know, yours needs to be a number that stretches you as a promoter, but it also sets the standard for your entire organization. And it's got to be a real number. You can't just make up a number, you guys. When you make the decision to do the thing, you have the power. If you want to have the power to lead your organization, make a decision that you will reach out to more people than you ever have before over the next 4 days. I suggest for every single one of you that's a leader on this call, no less than 100 people. This also allows you to hold them accountable. And what I mean by that, just as a caveat, is I'm not talking about being their boss, right? I'm talking about engaging with them. You know, hey, listen, Sherry, I just wanted to reach out and see how you're doing. Look, I just sent 15 text messages out. Here's what's working for me. How are you doing? Okay? We've got scripts that are available for you. If you guys have not taken the time to get into the business guide that we have helped, that we have put together for you, Tony D'Agostino is just a complete saint and worked so hard to organize all of this stuff for you guys, then you are missing out on probably one of the most powerful resources and tools that we have. There are scripts in there that you can access. One of my favorite ways to get people to look is to simply say, listen, I need a favor and I was hoping you can help. Just text that to a friend. Hey, listen, I need a favor. I was hoping you can help. Text me back when you get a minute. In fact, I'll type this down here so that you guys have this, because this works so well for me. I use this all the time. Need a favor. So, hey, John. Hope all is well. I need a favor. And I was hoping you could help. Text me back when you get a minute. Thanks. That's it. Now, what do you think John's going to do? John's going to respond and say, whenever he gets this message, he's going to say, sure, what's up? How can I help, right? All I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, listen, if I sent you a 2-minute video, would you be open to watching it and just giving me your feedback? You know, here's the thing, you guys. I have found that even something as simple as this, if I sent you a 2-minute video, would you be open to watching it and just giving me your feedback? You guys, do me a favor. The annotations are on because I'm drawing, so try not to draw on the presentation because everybody can see that if you don't mind. So again, if I sent you a 2-minute video, would you be open to watching it and just giving me your feedback? That's it. Guys, if you send this text message out, it takes maybe 30 seconds at the most. And I promise you that people are going to say yes. That's it. So again, you know, what we're doing here is we're going to go on a texting blitz as a team over the next 4 days. I'm going to show you the numbers in just a minute and how this equates to getting you to diamond. This is strategy number 1. But this is a simple way to get people to take a look at what it is that you're doing. Now, here's the deal. If you're going to have 36 family packs, here are the conservative numbers, okay? First of all, the numbers are, so we need 36 packs, right? So conservatively, you're going to get 1 out of 10, okay? Now, the numbers are going to be more like probably 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10 as your skills improve, even 5 out of 10 down the road, because some people are going to say no today. but they're going to come back a month later. Some people you're going to be massaging and working on and talking to and moving them from one exposure to the next. I'm still signing up people that were on my initial contact list when I first reached out to them. But let's say that it's 1 out of 10, right? So to be certain that you hit the number of, we've got to hit 36, right? That means that you have to have how many exposures in your group? You got to have 360 exposures, right? If we're getting 1 out of 10, you got to have 360 exposures. Now, that means you have a minimum of 360 people watch the 2-minute video between now and Tuesday, and then you follow up to go through the process. That's going to set you up for Diamond. Now, that can be 36 people in your organization inviting 10 people. It can be 10 people doing 36 between now and the end of the month. Always overshoot, right? Remember what I said, always divide by 2. So what you're really looking for, if you really are going for the right numbers here, you're actually looking for 720, right? 720 is going to be the number, because if you divide it by 2, what's that do? It puts you right at 360 exposures. So that's what you're looking for in your organization. Now, you as a leader need to do a minimum of 100 actual invites yourself. Okay, got to do 100 minimum of your own actual invites. Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you agree that your belief level's starting to go up just a little bit? Because a moment ago, you had no idea how you were going to get 36 family packs. Now I'm showing you the numbers, and even if you only get 1 out of 10, guys, you're a Diamond. This is one part of what will drive your numbers to Diamond. It's all about the numbers. You've got to know your numbers, right? You can't hit a bullseye if you've got no target at all, or if you've got a moving target. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the next one. The next strategy I'm going to show you is the insurance policy, right? This is the first step to guarantee your Diamond in the next cycle, in the next run that we have. Okay, so let's take this to an entirely different level. So I'm going to build your belief a little bit more. So let's say that by taking action and doing exactly what we talked about, you have 6 people that join on each leg. Okay, so you have 6 people that join on each leg. Now, we help those 6 people become what? Team builders, right? We help them go team builder. Okay, so help those 2 go team builder and get there too. Okay, so by doing that, I want you to just do the math on this, right? You've got 6 plus 12 is 18 on each leg, right? What does that put us at? 36 family packs. 36 family packs. 6 plus 12 equals 18 on each leg, and you're a Diamond. What you're doing is creating a recruiting momentum by leading an exposure blitz in the next 4 days. So the blitz is what creates the momentum. And if you only got 6 people who were serious, and all you did is set a goal to lock arms with those 6 people, and you set a goal to help those 6 people get there too, you still went Diamond. Now, let's say that you do both. Let's say that 18 people on the left and 18 people on the right, which is 36 people, you're a Diamond, and you help them enroll too. You've now set yourself up for double Diamond. This can give you the potential to double up, right? So strategy number 1 is, again, is to find 18 people on the left and 18 people on the right, and you're Diamond, right? That 10,000 points is going to come from the recruiting blitz. Strategy number 2 is to lock arms with at least 6 people in each leg and help them each go get 2. Now you just went Diamond again. That's double Diamond, right? Now you're talking about a $4,000 to $5,000 cycle. $4,000 to $5,000 paycheck. Let me ask you a question. If each and every one of you went out and created a $5,000 income for your family over the next couple of weeks, and you started to tell your friends, hey, listen, I just made $5,000 just doing this little deal on the side where I'm sharing a 2-minute video, do you think that they're going to want to know a little bit more about what it is that you're doing? What you're doing is a pre-launch and then moving it into a real launch strategy. Think about it. You schedule launch calls for these 6 people that you're going to lock arms with. And let's say that each one of those people only gets 5 people on their launch call. And 2 of them join. Boom, there you go. Right, I'm getting ready to do a launch call coming up in 29 minutes for a brand new team member that just started. I did a launch call last night for Chris, who down in Mexico, who just got started. And let's say that, I know Chris got 2 or 3 people that are coming on board right out of that training. I know that we'll probably get at least 2, 3, 4 people out of this one. So let's say you did that for just those 6. So let's get real clear on this, okay? First of all, let me go ahead and erase this. I'm still getting used to this little whiteboard here, you guys, so bear with me on this. Okay. So first of all, number 1, I want to get real clear. Step number 1, identify who your leaders are. Man, that drives me nuts. This board thing's crazy. I'm trying to write in that little thing. All right. Identify who your leaders are. I'm just going to start over because that is not working for me. So hang on a second here. Clear on my drawing. So you guys, we're all doing things that are pressing us outside of our comfort levels. I have no idea how to use this whiteboard, but I am learning. All right, so number 1 is who is with you, right? Who your leaders are. That's the key. That's step number 1. Now, here's what I'm going to do to help you. I'm going to create a video today. Most of your team members know who I am. They've seen me on a presentation at some point. So I'm going to film a quick 1 to 2 minute video that explains what we're about to do. I'm going to lay out the vision that we're about to go on a run, and that the August 8th cycle is going to be the biggest cycle that we have ever done before. And I'm going to invite them to join you. It will help you get their buy-in. And I'm going to post that in the group so that you can share that video with your friends and say, listen, here's what we are about to go do. Do you want in on this or not? Yes or no? And then you're going to schedule a time to connect with them. And then you're going to go through and ask them some of those questions that we talked about a little bit earlier. Okay? So number 1 is to identify your leaders. Number 2, texting blitz, right? 4-day texting blitz. See, guys, we don't wait until the cycle starts. What you have to understand is the cycle has already started now. What we do today and what we do over the next 4 days, loading the wagons, putting as many people in process as we possibly can, is going to be the key to you hitting diamond over the course of that next 2 weeks. So we are going to have a 4-day, 2-minute video blitz. For some of you guys, I would encourage you to go out and set up some texting parties. If you've got some local teams, have some texting parties, have some Zoom texting parties. You don't even need to be local. Get everybody together and say, listen, we're going to do this together. We're going to have fun, have some fun contests with it, whatever you can. Organize that. That's what leaders do. They take the lead and they start getting people into action. So that's step number 2, okay? Now, number 3, on Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, we're going to raise the roof. We are going to play the new videos on a presentation. I am going to be hosting that presentation. We are going to absolutely lay it down. And if this is done properly over the next 4 days, we will have more people on that presentation than we have ever had before. On Tuesday, we're also going to kick off rally days, 2-a-days, which means that we're going to do a live conference call every single day. We're going to be doing an overview every single day. We are going to make it as easy as possible to get your prospects in front of the overview. So again, your job is just to get them in front of the 2-minute video and get them on one of our conference calls, get them on one of our overviews. But we will be raising the roof on Tuesday night. The little birdie told me that there may or may not be another travel incentive that's going to be coming on Tuesday to help you guys get to where you want to go. You guys fired up? How does that feel? By the way, all of the travel incentives are going to be starting to mail out this weekend and early next week for those of you that are waiting on those. Okay? So last thing that I'm going to share with you, let me just stop here real quickly. Let me see where we're at in the process. So we've got a couple here. So Steve Mihawk, Hey, Steve, it's good to see you, brother. So Steve's going to do 360 by Tuesday. So if Steve goes up, you go to Sean, and then you go from Sean to Richie. Richie can say, and Sean can say, okay, great. Now, what I'm a big fan of is I like to have a war room, you guys. You know, I'm building out my war room today, where I'm literally putting my poster boards all over my windows here where I sit. I like to sit in the kitchen. I'm just not one to go hide in my office. I like to kind of be out in my family room, and this is my formal dining room. So what I do is I'm going to put poster boards all over my windows, and I'm going to have the first board that I'm going to have, just so you guys know, and you might want to write this down, is I'm going to have my names list. I'm going to redo my names list, because I am going to do this as well. I am going to go put no less than 100 people in process between now and Tuesday, just so that you guys know. 100 people. So that's my first thing, is my names list. The second one is the list of people that have watched the 2-minute video that are now moving to the overview, right? So the 100 names list, and then I've got, okay, yes, watching the 2-minute video. And then the third one is now they're on second base. They've watched the overview. So I've got a flow chart of, here's my list. Here are the people that said yes to the 2-minute presentations. Here are the people now that have said yes to the overviews. That way I don't miss anybody. Why? Because it's very important that I do not let the ball drop on any of these people at any point in the process, because if I don't follow up, what you have to understand is, without a sense of urgency, all value is lost. So if I don't follow up with these people once I put them in process, what I'm telling them is this isn't important. So I'm going to move them through the process. And then once I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start now a list of the people that have come on board with me that are launching their business, right? Summertime, come here. So then I'm gonna say hi to everybody real quickly. No, come on and say hi. Everybody say hi to Summer real quick.
Hey.
Summer's always. Hey, I want you to know that this is my secret weapon right here. And even though she's not on the presentations with me, behind the scenes, she's getting a lot done and doing a lot of work for us. So wanted to just bring her on real quickly. So listen. So the next poster board that I have is going to be my people that are launching, right? The new people that are coming into my organization. And it's not just the people that I personally sponsored, but anywhere in my organization that I have a spark, anybody that has influence, anybody that's willing to do a launch call. I'm going to be talking about in a minute. I've got a list of those. And finally, the last one is my hot list. Guys, just so that you understand how I work, I've got a hot list. And my hot list is updated every single week. And the hot list is, who are the people that are active and running and engaged right now? Because those are the people that I'm talking to daily, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. They're putting me on 3 or 4 3-way calls a day. Those are the people that I'm running with, right? Those are the people that, I'm doing presentations for, calls, we're bouncing things back and forth off of each other. I've got a hot list. Well, how do you get on the hot list? Show me that you want to put me to work. Put me to work. Put me in front of your team members' launch calls. Start booking me for launch calls, 3-way calls. But I've got a hot list of the people that are running, that are engaged. Why? Because you coach the masses and you mentor the few. Those are the 80% of the people that I'm putting my time into. So how do you get on that hot list? Go to work, right? You go to work, and you just start showing the plan. And so that's what my war room looks like. I know what my goal is. My goal is presidential millionaire. I'm telling every one of you, I am going to run for presidential millionaire this cycle. That's my goal. I can't accomplish that unless I help each and every one of you accomplish your goals. So I am going to be a madman over the next 3 weeks, just so you guys know. There's going to be no sleep in my house. I'm going to be going crazy. So that's how it's done, okay? So here we go. So let's keep it going. So here we go. The last strategy that I'm going to share with you. This is the third strategy on going diamond. Real quickly, just to recap. First of all, the number one strategy, first of all, is we're going to just have a 4-day, 2-minute blitz, right? You're going to get a commitment to have at least 760 text messages that go out in your organization minimum. I'd love to know what that daily number is. Right? The second strategy that I've shared with you is you're going to go find 6 people to lock arms with on each side of your organization, and you're going to help them to go get there too. That's another way that you can go diamond, potentially even third diamond. The last thing that I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to just turn this whiteboard off because it's just bugging me. And let's see here. So let me see if I can stop share. Okay. Here's the last thing. Last thing I'm going to share with you. This isn't for all of you, but it applies to many of you. You're going to relaunch your business. Okay? You can restart your business anytime. Anytime. What if you've been in the business for 3 months and you're not even a team builder yet? It's okay. You might be saying to yourself, well, how can I create my story now? I've already been in the business for 3 months. Here's the reality. You've been in the business 3 months, or you haven't been in the business 3 months. You've been in research mode for 3 months. You filled out an application. You may have filled out an application 3 months ago. You may have gotten in the business, but you haven't started the business. So use August 8th as your launch date to launch your business. The moment when you make a decision, that's when the business begins for you. You're in the business, or you may have been in the business, but you haven't launched your business. The business wasn't inside of you yet. I'm telling every one of you, you have the ability to go diamond. Every single one of you. If you're willing to step up, if you're one of the ones that's willing to step up and get 10 to 20 people on a private launch webinar, then I'm going to invite you to get with your upline leaders, the diamonds and above. Every one of these diamonds are ready and willing to do a private launch webinar with you. If you're a diamond on this presentation, you let your team, tell them right now that I am 100% ready and willing. I want to see the diamonds step. Every single one of these diamonds is ready and willing to do a private launch webinar with you. That means that you've had at least 10 to 20 people that have watched the 2-minute video, and they're ready to get on a conference call or a Zoom. And if you have 3 to 5 people that you're locking arms with on your team, and you can join forces together, that's okay. What you have to understand is this is your webinar. This is your call. You set up the conference call line. You introduce the people coming on. You hit mute. You hit record and introduce the person that's speaking, and you introduce them properly so that they have the edification that they need. And from that launch webinar, you enroll some personals, and you help those new people go do the exact same thing. Now, here's the key to your launch webinar. You want to do it fast. You don't want to do it in the middle of a cycle. You don't want to do it any later than next Wednesday. That's the latest that you want to do it. If you say, I know that I have the leadership and the influence to go get 10 to 20 people on a call or more, you should be setting up and you should be relaunching your business. You might be able to go get 50. You might be able to go get 100. Then you should schedule your launch call immediately. Now, the next training that I'm going to do, and I'm probably going to do it tomorrow, is I'm going to go through the process of exactly what you need to do to get somebody on a launch call. I'm going to put a couple of slides up that give you the verbiage that builds the value to get them to your launch call, and then how you open up that launch call. So if you're the person that's hosting the call and you have a guest speaker coming on, what do you want to say to those people? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you are here today because you're my friends, you're my family members, you're my trusted colleagues, and I invited you here today because I have some very important information that I want to share with each and every one of you. Before I go take this public, I needed to make sure that the people that I care about have a chance to see this and to be involved with it. Now, listen, it doesn't matter to me if you choose to get involved or not, but it does matter that you at least understand what's happening and what I'm about to go do. Because the people that lock arms with me at this stage of the game right now are going to have a huge advantage over every single person that gets involved in my business from this point forward. So let me just, I've invited my business partner to join us today. If you're introducing me, this is what it sounds like. I've invited somebody very special to lay this out for you so that you understand the enormity of what is happening right now. Now, listen, the person that I've invited on the line, his name's Travis Flaherty. Travis is a world-renowned, sought-after speaker and trainer. He's been featured in a #1 bestseller. His story has been featured in a documentary on the rise to the top of this profession. He's been featured in multiple publications and magazines. And you know what? We are very, very fortunate to get a little bit of his time today. He is going to share with you why this is so important and why each and every one of you have a huge advantage by being here today. That's how you tee up a call, you guys. And so I'm going to put that all out there for you so that your guest speaker can go in and say, okay, here's the deal. Here's the 5 reasons why this company is in momentum, the product relevancy, and I'm going to give everybody the script on this so that they have it. And here are 5 questions that I want to ask you. And it's the Ramasio questions, right? Have you heard of Fitbit? Would you, yes or no, gotten involved with them? If you knew them, what you knew now, you're going to go through those 5 questions. It's a pretty standard script that every one of you that are diamonds and above can do for your organization. Okay? So again, from that launch webinar, you enroll some personals. And what do? You help those new people go do the same thing. You help them go do the same exact thing, and you want to do it no later than Wednesday. Okay? Now, listen, recap one more time. Strategy number 1, 2-minute video blitz, 720 commitments minimum. How do you get those commitments? You pick up the phone, you start calling your team members, you let them know, I'm 100% committed to this cycle, I'm going diamond, I want to know, myself and several of our key leaders are going to go make some serious money over the next 2 weeks. Are you in or are you out? It's cool either way. If you're in, great. What would your goal be? How much money would you like to make over the next 2 weeks? How would that make a difference for you? Great. Listen, to accomplish our goal, what we're doing is we're doing a 4-day texting blitz. And everyone is committing to a number. Just so you know, I'm committed to doing 100 text messages over the next 4 days. 100% committed to it. So what number could you commit to between now and Tuesday to text and get that 2-minute video in front of as many people as you possibly can? What's a number that you know that you can commit to? Boom, you write it down. And guys, you just keep going. Now, here's the thing. You may be new. Like I said, it may not be your time to run for diamond yet, or you may have to take a little bit more of this responsibility on your shoulders. We have people that have come in here and hit diamond in their first cycle basically with just themselves starting. They went out and got a group of 5 people, and they got those 5 people engaged, and all of them launching and continued to duplicate that process, and they went diamond as well. Okay, so that's strategy number 1, 2-minute video blitz, 720 commitments minimum. Strategy number 2, help 6 new people to come into your business on each leg. Go team builder. Help them get there too. How? Schedule a launch call. Get them into action. Get them into a texting blitz right out of the gate. Okay, so strategy number 2, help 6 people each go team builder. Strategy number 3, private launch webinar or a private conference call, relaunch your business. And after Tuesday, I want you all to look for people ready for launching. Look for people in your organization that are ready to launch. This is where the magic starts happening. When you're looking in your group and you see people that have the ability to launch in your organization, that's where the magic happens. Everyone's goal is to be looking for people of influence in your organization to launch with, to have a private launch webinar, to have a private conference call. Okay? And if you're not comfortable doing it, get with your upline diamond leaders and above, and they will help you do it. You want to go on a mission of attracting people who can launch their business in this next cycle. So guys, I hope that this gives you a clear vision of how to go diamond. I'm sorry that we didn't have bandwidth to get more people on here. I wasn't even thinking about the bandwidth on this particular line. Our diamond chat line has a little bit more capability. So I will load this as soon as we get done here. I've got a quick launch call. I will load this presentation. I will get it into our team pages so that we can get this information out to all of those that need to see it. And bottom line is it is your job, your responsibility to take ownership of your organization. There's too many of us that we look to others for leadership. It's time to go look in the mirror and look inside for that leadership. It's time to step up to the plate. It's time. I don't care what has happened over the last 1, 2, 3, 4 months. You may have launched your business, and you know what? Nobody's left. You may have lost people because of the customer service and shipping issues that we had earlier on. It doesn't matter. Get rid of the baggage. Let it all go. We are relaunching the business together. And I'm telling you that this next 2 weeks, summer's over, right? Kids are going back to school, and it is time to light yourself on fire, right? Shine bright with belief. People will come from miles just to catch a glimpse. You do this right. If you truly give this everything that you have over the next 2 weeks, it will set you up to go president by October. And I promise you, you will be one of those people standing on stage saying, I did it. And all of the trials and the pain and the anguish and the heartache and the stress and the struggle and the work will be worth it. But you got to be willing to step up to the plate and make that decision today. So, are you guys with me? That's all I want to know. Who is with me? I would love for each and every one of you to reach out to me if you are truly going to go run for diamond. And I don't just mean, I'm running for diamond. And no, if you're really ready to make that commitment, I would love to know about it. I would love to add you to my diamond list so that I can put you on my hot list over the course of the next 3 weeks. I want to know who is all in and ready to go. And if not, that's okay. Then we'll run you to team developer, or we'll run you to one of those over the course of the next month. But I want to know who's truly ready to take it to the top. So with that, let me see if I've got Mr. Mike Sims on the line. I don't know if he was able to get in or not. Mike was able to make it or not. Yeah, I know Mike was going to try and get in. He was getting, I think, on a plane. So he's not here, I don't think. All right. Well, listen, I appreciate everybody being here today. And let's go to the top. I'm going to go hop on a launch call for William and Jeff, one of our newest promoters in our group. I know after that, I've got some three-way calls with Mr. Richie Hood. And I'm telling you guys, I am in it to win it. So with that, thanks so much for tuning in, you guys. You guys have an absolutely incredible day. We will get this recording loaded here shortly.